Over the past 10 years, the average cost for a Disney World single park ticket has inflated more than 56%, well above the national rate of inflation. And that, of course, doesn't include the cost of food, merchandise, lightning lanes, hotels, and airfare.
Bob Iger just got $41 million. That's a 30% raise. Same year, Magic Kingdom tickets hit $189. Lightning Lane, another $45 per day. Your family of 4 is now paying over $1,000 just to walk through the gate on a busy week. And here's what Iger isn't telling you. While he's banking record pay, park attendance just dropped for the first time in years. Base ticket price jumped from $109 to $119 this year. Peak admission at Magic Kingdom, $189 per day. That's before Lightning Lane Multipass, $15 to $45 more per person per day. December 2026 will break $200 for the first time, $209 for one day at Magic Kingdom. That family of 4 during Christmas week, over $800 just in tickets, before food, hotels, parking, before you can actually ride anything without waiting 3 hours. Here's the receipts promise. Bob Iger's compensation is public record. Pricing is on Disney's own calendar. The attendance drop is in their fiscal report. Start with Disney's own SEC proxy filing from January 2025. Bob Iger, Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company. $41.1 million total compensation for fiscal 2024. Previous year, $31.6 million. That's a $9.5 million raise in 1 year, 30% increase. Median Disney employee during that same period, $55,111. Previous year, $54,010. That's a $1,101 raise, 2% increase. Let me say that again. Iger got a 30% raise. The median worker got 2%. The ratio, 746 to 1. Iger earned in 1 year what the median park employee would need 746 years to make. Now look at Disney's own pricing calendar. Magic Kingdom base ticket in 2024, $109 to $189 depending on date. 2025, $119 to $189. 2026. December peak, $209. First time ever breaking $200. Lightning Lane Multipass started at $15 in 2022. Current range, $15 to $45 per person per day. Magic Kingdom hits that $45 ceiling on busy dates. Pattern confirmed. Highest prices always align with school vacation weeks when families have no choice but to visit. What we can verify, these are Disney's published prices and Iger's disclosed compensation from official SEC filings. Here's where it gets worse. Here's how the trap works. Step 1. Disney eliminated the annual pass program for 500 million people. Anyone outside Florida got cut off. Step 2. Base ticket prices rise, but only slightly. $109 to $119 looks manageable. Step 3. Introduce park-specific pricing. Magic Kingdom costs more than Animal Kingdom on the same day. Step 4. Layer dynamic pricing on top. Christmas week costs double what September weekdays cost. Step 5. Separate Lightning Lane from base admission. What used to be free Fast Pass now costs up to $45 extra per person. Step 6. Make Lightning Lane practically mandatory on busy days. 3-hour standby waits versus 15-minute Lightning Lane waits. In plain terms, they split park access into multiple products you must buy separately to have a functional visit. What that means for you, the advertised ticket price is now a lie. The real cost is ticket plus Lightning Lane plus parking plus food markup. Here's what Iger's team calls yield management actually means. Charge families the maximum they can possibly pay during weeks. Children are out of school. The hidden catch, cheap ticket dates only exist on weekdays when kids are in class. Picture this scenario. You're a teacher in Ohio with 2 kids. Can only visit during summer break or Christmas. Check Magic Kingdom pricing for July 2025. $164 per ticket. Add Lightning Lane, $40 per person, $204 each. Family of 4, $816 just for tickets and line skipping. That's before you park, eat, or sleep anywhere. Another scenario, Iger made $41 million in fiscal 2024. That same year, a frontline Magic Kingdom cast member making the median wage of $55,000 would need to work 746 years to earn Iger's one-year pay. While Iger got his 30% raise, that cast member's family trying to visit the park Iger runs would pay 200% more than a decade ago. Imagine you're a nurse saving for a Disney trip. You budget based on advertised $119 tickets. Arrive Christmas week. Actual price, $189. Lightning Lane, another $39. $228 per person. What you budgeted for tickets now doesn't even cover admission. And that's just the beginning. The gap nobody talks about. Disney's fiscal 2025 report confirmed domestic attendance fell 1%, but revenue rose. How? Per guest spending jumped 5%, while fewer people paying dramatically more each. What the company calls capacity management actually means pricing out working families. What they call guest experience optimization actually means making the standby line so miserable you'll pay extra to escape it. What Iger's board calls performance-based compensation actually means rewarding the CEO for extracting more money from fewer guests. Here's the part they don't advertise. Under Iger's leadership, Disney parks posted record $10 billion profits with 1% fewer domestic visitors. The real cost is you paying more to subsidize the decline. Picture this. You're a retail manager making $58,000 a year. You saved for 18 months to afford Disney. Meanwhile, Iger's compensation package is 746 times your annual salary. Your 18 months of savings bought your family 4 days in the park. Iger's compensation could buy 4,000 days. Companies typically justify dynamic pricing as matching supply and demand. Corporate language usually includes terms like guest experience optimization and capacity management. Disney's public statements emphasize a wide range of options designed to suit different budgets. Iger hasn't made specific public comments about affordability concerns related to these pricing changes. Disney's proxy filing states executive compensation is benchmarked against media peers, including Netflix, Warner Bros. Discovery, and Comcast. The board justifies Iger's package as performance-based, with 90% tied to company results. Consumer pushback exists across social media platforms, where families document ghost town park days despite high prices. Third-party attendance trackers showed Magic Kingdom had lowest wait times in years during summer 2025. For annual pass program elimination sparked online petitions that Disney has not reversed. One nuance worth noting, Disney's fiscal reports show international parks grew attendance 1%, while domestic parks fell 1%. The pricing pressure is specifically hitting American middle-class families. Now watch what happens next. Disney's March 2026 shareholder meeting will include an advisory vote on executive compensation. This vote is non-binding. Even majority no votes won't stop the paychecks. Fiscal 2026 earnings calls will reveal whether the attendance decline continues or reverses. New park ticket pricing for late 2026 and 2027 will show if Disney holds or exceeds the $209 ceiling. Lightning Lane pricing data will indicate whether the $45 maximum becomes standard on more dates. Consumer advocacy groups continue monitoring park pricing accessibility, though no major regulatory action is pending. The story continues. Iger's contract runs through end of 2026, with succession planning announced for early 2026. Whoever replaces Iger inherits this pricing architecture, the mathematical reality Iger faces. Attendance down, per guest spending up, employee median wage barely moving, CEO pay jumping 30%. Iger isn't speaking publicly about affordability, but the attendance numbers are screaming. Stock performance aside, 1% attendance drop represents hundreds of thousands of lost visits. Iger may not admit concern, but fiscal reports show the company compensating for fewer guests by charging remaining visitors 5% more. The CEO hasn't responded to pricing criticism. The median employee pay ratio is responding for him, 746 to 1. Imagine you're a parent who worked overtime for 6 months to save $3,000 for Disney. That's your family's vacation budget for the year. That $3,000 gets you 4 days in the park with Lightning Lane. Meanwhile, Iger earned $41 million. Your 6 months of overtime bought you 96 hours at Disney. Iger's annual pay could buy him 9 million hours. Here's what nobody's calculating. If attendance keeps falling and spending keeps rising, eventually there's no one left to charge. Those numbers don't require Iger to panic publicly. They're panicking for him.